Welcome to Relationship Marketing. SendOutCards meets Higher Ed. Oh boy, are we in for a treat today. Thank you so much for joining us live or on the recording. We really appreciate that. I'm Sharon Grimm with SendOutCards, Senior Manager. I've been with SendOutCards for close to 6 years, and I'm loving every minute of it. And I'm going to let my co-host introduce herself and our guest highlight her.
Absolutely. I'm Carol Ward, and I am so excited for today's guest. I've been with SendOutCards for 5 years. I am currently a senior manager, and we are in for a real treat. Teresa Asham is coming to us from Penfield, New York, which is right next door to my hometown. And I had the pleasure of meeting with her last week and talking about her business and how she's using SendOutCards. And I'm telling you, you're going to really enjoy listening to her. So we're going to get started on this. And just to let you know, about the halfway mark is when we'll have Teresa join us, and she'll be able to tell you all about what she's been up to.
Fantastic. So we're going to do an overview of SendOutCards. The information that we're going to share with you today will change your life, not only financially, but also emotionally. And if you apply this information, it will truly transform you. SendOutCards spreads positivity throughout the worldwide, every single day. And we're sharing this because we want you to be a part of it without changing anything you currently do.
Beautiful. Just to get us started, I want to give you some background on SendOutCards. It was founded back in 2003 by Cody Bateman, and our international headquarters is located in Salt Lake City, Utah. We are a member of the Direct Sellers Association, which is the kind of agency that governs our type of business. Cody had this dream way back when to take the offline brick and mortar environment of greeting cards and gifts and make it an online click and order environment. So just like Amazon did for books, Netflix did for movies, and iTunes did for music, these $3 billion companies have effectively collapsed the inefficiencies in our marketplace, and they've made our lives easier. Do you realize that Amazon has completely transformed how we buy most everything? Not only do they make it simple, but that's usually the go-to for how you even start your research on what you're going to buy. I had a delivery today. Big surprise. Woohoo! No, they're here every day because I simply go click, and before you know it, I have what I need in my hands. Well, just like that, Netflix has made that a completely efficient way for us to binge watch. Yes, that term is created primarily because of Netflix and how they allow us to watch an entire series all at one time. Just by a click of a button, they're streaming it away to you. And iTunes has changed the marketplace entirely for music. Now people simply download a track that they want to listen to, and away they go. I can't tell you the last time I walked into a music store. I don't even know where there is one anymore. So these efficiencies are what Cody was going for as well.
That's right. SendOutCards is doing the same thing in the greeting card and gifting industry, whether it's from your home, your office, or out on the beach. You can pick a card, upload a picture, put your message in, and click the magic send button. And that's where the rest of it gets taken over by SendOutCards. They print it, stuff it, stamp it, and mail it. I heard that, and I was in.
Yep, what sold me. I needed somebody else to do the mailing because I never got there. And just like that, the total instant gratification that you get from SendOutCards is right in line with the digital revolution that's going on in the world. Because the largest taxi company, they don't even own a taxi.
Uber.
And the largest telecom company has no lines.
Skype.
The largest media owner, they don't create the content. Guess who does?
Facebook. Well,
you, me.
And you.
Absolutely. And the largest movie house has no cinemas.
Netflix.
The largest software vendor doesn't create the apps.
Apple and Google.
And the soon-to-be largest greeting card and gifting company has no stores.
SendOutCards.
Just phenomenal.
SendOutCards is the best relationship building program in the world and customer appreciation program. We've sent over 140 million greeting cards and 7 million gifts over the past 13 years. In fact, SendOutCards is the #1 user of the first-class postage stamp.
Sweet. And do you realize that these cards can be made right from your computer?
Or from your smartphone. And it doesn't matter if you're an Android or iPhone user, or even that iPhone 10, it's coming out. You can go in there, go into the app, select a card, address it, and do everything we said, and send it from wherever you're at.
Right. Once again, instant gratification. Our phones and our tablets have become our way of life. We're lost without them. Just like we can do all of our banking and everything else from our phones, we can even do business.
In fact, our CEO, Cody Bateman, he did some research, and he found out business follow-up, 80% of business follow-up falls into 3 categories. And you're going to see them right here in front of you. Thank you very much. It was great to meet you. And celebrating the new possibilities of our business relationship and how we can grow it. So we created the first impression kit. And it's these 3 cards in 2 different looks. The first one is pearl white and the other one's satin black. And they're just gorgeous. And they're super easy to send, right, Carol?
They are. I'm going to whip through it in less than a minute. This is what happens when you open up your phone and click on the SendOutCards app. It instantly pops in there, and we're going to create a first impressions card, as we just talked about, by clicking on that double envelope at the bottom. That's a campaign, and that's where these cards are stored. So our first impressions campaign, White New Possibilities, is what we're going to do today. It pops right into your phone. We swipe to the left, and here's where you can make it absolutely personal that they're going to want to hold on to. You simply take a picture or select one that's already on your phone, put it in, and the system takes care of actually formatting it for you, so it's a beautiful, beautiful presentation. Swipe again, and you could put in your own personal message or use the one that we've pre-populated. And you are more than welcome to use this one, but if you want to make it your own, please do. We have all of this for you at your fingertips so that you can convey that message that's going to make that lasting impression. Now you swipe again, and you can see the back of the card. Here's where you can put on your own personal brand and really make every avenue of this card completely about who you are and the message that you're sending. So now we just need to select who it's going to. We'll pick LJ because that's who it was addressed to on the inside. And we now have a calculation of how many points and how much expense it is. And we're just going to click submit, and look what shows up in LJ's mailbox. This card is not only going to make an amazing first impression, it's also going to make a really great last impression.
Absolutely. It's just so professional and very cost effective. In fact, that card costs about $2 on this preferred monthly package. I'll just go over some of the costs.
Yes.
For $39 a month, you'll get 100 points. That card before that we just showed you was 5 points. Each point is only 39 cents per point. No commitment. You can cancel at any time. We have a couple other packages. We also have the retail package and the pay-as-you-go. And basically, the more you buy, the less you pay. But that's just the points. There's more.
Yes, the tools that go along with SendOutCards are what make it even more personal. So we've put together these tools in what we call bundles. And the first impressions kit that we just went over comes with both the marketing bundle and the business bundle. That kit alone is worth $249. So as you can see, the business bundle for $795 has a $1,380 value. And if that's not right for your business, because it's the biggest difference in that is the multi-user account. So if you have many people that will be meeting their separate databases, great, then this one is for you. Otherwise, the sweet spot is right here in our marketing bundle. This marketing bundle has all of the tools that you're going to need for your business. $754 value for just $400. Not too shabby. If your budget says that you need to spend a little bit less, then try our personal bundle. Because what can happen is, as you're using it, you'll find that you want the rest of those tools, and you can upgrade to that marketing or business bundle at any time.
Excellent. And as you're looking at this, you might think, I know a few other people that really could use this. And that's when you can look on adding on distributorship to whichever type of customer account that you have. And it's only $50 with the $59 annual renewal fee. It comes with everything you need to start the business. And if you add this on to either that marketing bundle or the business bundle, you're going to get the bonus distributor follow-up campaign pack for free, or we should just say included in your purchase. That is valued at $100. So if you're watching this and you already have,
you're
a
already
bundle,
a distributor,
then you can just add it on for that. So let's just show you what's in that follow-up campaign pack. There's two campaigns. This is the campaign that you can send out to your new customers of SendOutCards. Beautiful 4-touch campaign that will trickle over 2 weeks every few days. And there's another one that's a 4-part series campaign for your distributors as your team grows. It's absolutely gorgeous. I know I purchased it, and so did Carol, and we're loving it.
Absolutely. So as we're going through all of these options, you're probably thinking to yourself, what does this mean to me? And we just want to give you some guidelines to think about, because everybody should fall into one of these 4 categories. You're a 1 if you're a customer. You're a 2 if you're a referral partner, or if you're looking for that self-funding marketing plan that we can give you more information about if you want it. If you are looking to earn part-time money, maybe pay off that that loan for school, or that car loan, or some other loan that you might have, you would be a number 3. Or if you really would love to replace your current income, consider yourself a 4. So just think about these as we go through the financial end of this.
Absolutely. So I'll just go over how much money you'll earn as you sell bundles. We'll just look at the marketing bundle as the middle row, which is the most common that's sold. For each marketing bundle that you sell, you can earn up to $335. And for each marketing bundle sold in your organization, you can earn up to $195. Simply double that for the business bundle and have it for the personal bundle. And that's your immediate customer acquisition bonus. There's another piece.
Definitely. So like Sharon said, these are your immediate ones that are paid out twice a week. And then monthly, you would get paid your residual income. This is the income that you receive for the other activity in your business, meaning the points that people buy. So for every customer that you personally sponsor, you would get 20% of their monthly volume. That's pretty good, huh?
Awesome.
So as a distributor, you're sharing this with people, and you're probably building a team. So at the first level and all the way down through infinity, you would be adding people in. And say you added 3 people at the first level, and then they each added 3, and they each added 3, and so on. Before you know it, this organization is getting pretty darn big, and you're earning a residual income off of all of their activity. So how big is your residual income? Well, that depends. How big is your team?
Absolutely. So as Carol mentioned before, you just want to reflect back on all the information that you have taken in and just get started at whatever area makes sense to you. 1, a customer, and we love customers. 2, as a referral partner or a self-marketing plan. 3, earn money part-time, working this business on the side. Or 4, work this business to the point where it replaces your current income. So you just want to come to that conclusion and get back to the person that sent you here.
Definitely. So SendOutCards is, at this point, we're poised for massive growth. We have just made an impact worldwide, and over the next few years, millions of people will be impacted by SendOutCards. And you want to be a part of this revolution. We will be a worldwide household name.
So join us today And thank you so much for staying with us. Now it's time for our guest speaker. Carol's going to have the honors.
Absolutely. I just want to unmute her right here so that she can speak in a moment. So I want to introduce to you my new friend, Teresa Oshman. Now, Teresa has been in SendOutCards for 3 years, and she just recently as last month, was promoted to senior manager. So that's pretty sweet. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Now, Teresa has spent 15 years as a direct sales and next step education group, generating an average annual book of business of $800,000 in sales. Pretty cool. That's as she likes to call it, employeepreneur lifestyle. As an entrepreneur, she's taking business expense and turning it into a profit center as a SendOutCards sales and marketing distributor. Pretty sweet. Well, let me give you a little bit more information about Teresa, because like I said, I did meet with her last week when I was in New York, and Teresa is a dynamic woman. She lives in the town right next door to where I grew up, so it was wonderful to get together with her when I was visiting my family out there, and we talked about so many things. But one thing that really resonated with me is how Teresa just embraces the value of SendOutCards and how she's now been able to merge that into her other passion, which is higher education. So her spirit of gratitude and her incredible mind, because she's a very intelligent woman, has afforded her the ability to be able to work this business and now integrate it into the business that she's done for the last couple of decades. How cool is that?
Very cool. I'm super excited.
So just to give you a little idea of what we're going to go through here, Teresa is going to share with us a number of slides of cards that she's been able to use personally and professionally. And then we're going to have a couple of cards that she's recently created for one of her brand new clients who is in the higher education world. And she's going to explain how easily that can pair with the organizations out there. So Teresa, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it. And for the great introduction.
You deserve it, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to meeting you both, Carol, to seeing you again and to seeing both of you. It's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to next week. Thank you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. So I love this. This is one of my favorites, and I use this all the time because as life happens, even though SendOutCards reminds me that there's a birthday card I need to send, I forget. So I send this one that says, hey, I'm sorry I missed your birthday, but it's so great that you are worth celebrating more than just one day. This has saved my my bacon, so to speak, many times. So absolutely one of my favorites to send not only to family, but also friends.
Sorry, jumped ahead.
That's okay. No, this is great. I love to personalize my cards. And this one was sent to a friend of mine, Peter, and I know that he loves his wine. He's, by all intents and purposes, a massive wine connoisseur. So this card was perfect. And I was able to put his name on one of the corks and on the front, and then his picture inside, and write my message and send it to him. He actually asked me to send this card again because he wanted to frame the front and the inside. I'm like, okay. So I made a shadow box out of it to put with his wine collection. I'm like, okay.
That's awesome.
So that was fun. Yes, this one. I love using this card. I do a lot of networking. I belong to BNI, and it's a great way. When I grab a card, I take a picture, upload it, and create this card. And it really just says, it grabs their attention because they see their business card right on the front, right? And like, yeah, really, how did my card get in there? I want to know. And then my message on the inside is whatever it may be. It was great to meet you. We said we might have coffee. We put a date and time on the calendar to have coffee. If we haven't, by the time you got this card, give me a call. If you do a message like that, don't do what I did first couple of times. I forgot to include my phone number.
That would make it difficult.
It was a little challenging at that point. So, but I love this. This has gone over really, really well, and I'm so glad that I can share it with everybody here. That template can be found under, it's under templates, and I believe it's under basic templates.
Cool.
So you'll find it there.
I'm seeing that one in there.
I love it. Oh my gosh. So how many times have we had a phone call? Have we met somebody and, and we thought it went really well, right? And all of a sudden we're calling, we're sending emails, and they've gone into the witness protection program. We can't find them anywhere. I don't. So I actually, this card was actually created by Damar Zimmerman. And I saved it into my favorites, and I use it all the time. So what you're seeing is the front of the card where it says there's a fine line between stalking and following up. And then the other one you're looking at is the bottom half. However, in the top flap of the card, what I often put is my business card. So you can import your business card or just write something else, but I put my business card up there and send it. And this has helped to, kick a few doors open for me.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. So I love sending this one to anyone who is either in the financial industry, whether they're a mortgage broker, a realtor, someone who does payroll, stuff like that. So this gentleman, Joe, on this card, I actually met him for the first time today in person. We were introduced through an email, through a mutual friend. He subbed for me at my BNI chapter a couple of weeks ago when I wasn't able to be there. And he was there again today. But I sent him this card, and that's what he does. He does payroll. And I thought, well, that's money. And so I added the two together and sent him this card, and it's this picture of him and his wife. And he was talking all about it to about 40 people in BNI today. It was awesome.
Wonderful.
Okay. So never in my life did I think that my career in higher education would come full circle with SendOutCards until I was challenged to do so by the Dean of Enrollment Management at a college in Pennsylvania. And he had said to me, I need you to come and talk to my admissions staff and financial aid people. There was probably about 14 or 16 of them, and present to them and teach them about relationship marketing and how we can differentiate from all the colleges that are out there. And based on my experience over a couple of decades or so, all the colleges are pretty much doing it the same way. Student recruitment, retention is all done the same way. Boring. And it is. I mean, they're just, they're overwhelming the kids. They're not communicating with their counselors, etc. So they wonder why the counselors, when they visit the schools, put them in the closet, which they do, So I went and I presented. I met with the team for about 3 hours, created some cards that were examples, but that were relevant to them. And this one that you see is an example of one that they would send to a high school counselor. And this high school counselor is with a student that had visited the college. They took these pictures and they grabbed, and we put this on the card. and reached out to the high school counselor. Now, she's not going to throw this away, and they're going to remember that, Moravian College really stands out from the crowd. They're really differentiating, because at the end of the day, when we differentiate, we no longer compete. And think about the thousands upon thousands of colleges just here in the U.S. Imagine Canada, imagine worldwide, because we're not limited to here in the U.S.
Love it.
Powerful.
And then the other thing, this card welcomes the family to Moravian College. This young lady, Megan, is an accepted student, and obviously the whole family is wearing the Moravian T-shirts and swag and all that. And what a great way to have their picture on the front of the card and send it to the family, rather than just a form letter that says, "Hey, Megan, welcome to Moravian, la, 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 la." And here it is signed by the president of the college. Guess what? They're not throwing that card away. The form letter will probably get, put in the recycling bin. But the whole family's under, they're not throwing that away. So it's just a really great way to welcome the family and not just the student.
That's so cool. What a great idea.
Thank you.
So I think we have a couple of testimonials here to wrap up with.
Yeah. So I met Mark Preston. Oh my gosh, I was doing an event for my local chamber. They had asked me to do an Expert Edge event, and that was talking about relationship marketing, the fortunes and the follow-up. So I did a presentation. It was very generic, but they knew I was from SendOutCards, and Mark sat through that presentation, and he just wrote me this really great testimonial. And I thought, wow, this is really kind of cool when you're able to have this kind of impact on someone on their business.
Definitely.
And Mark Flint, oh, 2 Marks, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Mark is not only a CPA, but he's also my CPA. And what I love about Mark is that he embraces anyone in direct sales. I had a really hard time finding an accountant who believes in our business model. And it was like finding a needle in a haystack. And when I found him, we bonded, and we've been working together. And then he just fell in love with SendOutCards and how it's been helping him to grow his business.
Wonderful. And then you had a really long one.
Oh my God. So Ray Hasto, he has a way, he talks about my way of making things simple and easy, but he is a remarkable communicator and a writer. And so when he sent me this testimonial, I was blown out of the water. I thought, wow, when I send my cards, when I interact with people, I just do it out of the goodness of my heart and what feels right, those promptings that Cody always talks about. And to have something like this come back to you, it really makes you feel like, or really says, you're on the right path, you're doing the right thing, and keep on keeping on.
Very cool. Very cool. This has been awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I've phenomenal. I love your creativity, and you're spot on. You're just spot on. I mean, I love the belated birthday card. I think I'll be stealing that one. The BNI follow-up card. I've seen them before. The stocking one, it's just spot on. But marketing in colleges, it's going to be a tough time. College, there's a lot of choices out there, and their prices are getting higher, and parents have a big decision and with their pocketbooks. So those are phenomenal ideas. I cannot wait to share them myself. This is great. I don't really have any questions except for, can we have you back again?
Absolutely. It'd be my pleasure.
And I'm looking forward to really meeting you. And those listening, we will have the opportunity to meet Teresa in person. In fact, we're going to share why right here.
Absolutely.
So first of all, thank you for joining us. Again, if you have questions, you can reach out to Carol or myself. Contact information is below. And September 21st, not tomorrow, but during the
A week from tomorrow.
we'll be in Marlborough, Mass. from 6 to 9. Teresa will be there. You can meet her live in person. We have a phenomenal range of speakers, and this is worth 5 CUs for BNI, and it's titled Network for Success. Ivan Meisner, founder of BNI, will be our lead presenter, as well as Jordan Adler will be presenting too. And it's just going to be great. Carol, what can you add to that?
I don't know. If you haven't registered for it already, we would love to have you register, and the link is below.
Mm-hmm.
We can also actually add the link in the description of the video if you want.
Mm-hmm.
This event is really going to open your mind, open your eyes to effective ways of networking. And we give you an entire hour of open networking to be able to begin that process with the people in the room. And there's going to be about 250 people. So not a bad place to start.
Absolutely. We already have a lot of tickets purchased, so get your ticket now and register, and feel free to invite a guest.
Yeah, because we do believe that we will sell out in the next couple of days.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Join us again next week.